Hey everyone, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Sorry I came on and I guess my tablet wanted to act up. But hello, I'm here. Good afternoon, everyone. How are y'all doing today? Good afternoon. So, I am Dr. Jazz with Tuesday's Testimonial Talks. And today we have a very special guest. So, I'm going to let a few people come in. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hope everybody day is going well. My started off rough, but it's going good now. So, I'm grateful. Thank you for joining us tonight. We will have our second testimonial talk with the one, the only, Chef Infinity. He's a good friend of mine. An amazing chef. So I asked him to join us so we can talk, so we can have some self-care talk. What's up, Chef
Good.
Infinity?
What's good? What's good? How you doing?
I'm doing well. How was your day today?
I got no complaints. No complaints at all.
Listen, life is good. Thank you so much for agreeing to trust me, your bestie, with this interview. Hey, Sean, how you doing? Sean, say hello,
What's up,
Chris.
Sean?
And so let me just tell y'all about Chef Infinity. I've been knowing him a long time, but he is Birmingham finest chef. Can I say I'm just not gonna hold him in that box to Birmingham, but he is known as Birmingham finest. He's been on several news outlets in Birmingham with the good old peoples. He's been cooking live on the news, on the channel, on the news channel. He's also has several contracts with Fortune 500 companies throughout the state of Alabama and beyond. He is just doing his thing, and I could not be prouder to say that he is my friend. So today, as I'm going on this Testimony Tuesday talks, I wanted him to come and share his story. So y'all know me. I'm Dr. Jazz. I'm all things self-care. I'm your self-care guru. Look me up. You know what I'm saying? I done did the work, so I can definitely say that I am the self-care guru. I know what to do. I continue to do it. And when you are intentional about yourself, that's what makes you the best at it. So today, Chris, just tell Chef in let me go back. Not Chris. Tonight you Chef Infinity.
I got on different hat tonight.
You got a different hat tonight. So Chef Infinity, I know I said a lot of things, but just tell us a little bit about who you are as a chef.
Well, basically, like I said, I am Christopher Hicks, Chef Infinity. My journey to get here was a long, crazy one, but I actually made it. And I couldn't be happier doing what I'm doing. It's a lot of things that, has hindered or could have easily thrown me off track, but I'm appreciative that God kept me in my lane to do what I need to be doing. And like you said, it's when you put in the work, you're gonna get the rewards of it.
That's what's up. So let me ask you something. What made you want to be a chef? Or like, is it something that you just love to do or something that you fell into? Like, what made you want to be a chef?
I think it was a little of both.
Huh?
I liked cooking.
No, he loves
and
cooking.
yeah,
Let me correct him.
I love cooking. I love cooking. I like creating dishes. So I'm a very creative person. So, and I saw the opportunity to bring something to Birmingham. Just do something different, and it kind of just fell in my lap. It's that divine purpose, I guess.
Yes, definitely divine. Because before we were like he had a few of us. Side note, me and Chris know each other from the military, but he used to bring us dishes like, "Hey, try this and try that." So like we were his guinea pigs a long time before he realized that he just really had a gift.
Yeah.
So like, being on this chef journey, what are some of the things that you dreamed you would accomplish that you already have accomplished? And the second part of that question is, what are some things that hasn't come to pass yet that you're manifesting?
Well, like you said, some of the stuff that I dreamed about, being on TV, you know, having my own business, being known in the city, and a lot of that it happened so quick that I really wasn't ready to receive it. A lot of it. I started in 2019. By 2020, I was on TV.
Mhm.
By 20, I was even 2020, I was doing a lot of corporate stuff with, like you said, Fortune 500 companies. So the name was getting out there, and you know, it's people in this business and this career field that it's been doing it forever, and they're not even close to where I am.
Exactly.
Just, you know, just the notoriety and just be able to do different things. So, you know, I'm very appreciative that where I am, and I don't take it for granted. More things that I would love to do. I would love open a storefront.
Mhm.
Eventually, I used to want a food truck, but I think I kind of steered away from that. Now it's more or less, I want to, you know, give people a chance to just to try my menu out, and you know, things to that nature.
Okay, so when people say known in the city, what you're talking about Birmingham, right? So what
Well,
some
not even just there. I mean, because a lot of times, like I can go places and be like, "Hey,
come on, I'm trying to
Bill."
get you to brag on yourself.
I
So like, come on,
mean, you
tell the
know, I
people.
ain't that type of guy, but
I know, but tell the people so the people know. Because at the end, we gonna tag you. We
I
gonna
got
let them know where to go
I
find
got you. I
you.
mean,
Like all that.
I've been in different cities where I've been like, hey, that's Chef Infinity, or that chef. He did this dish, he did this jambalaya dish, or he did this fettuccine alfredo dish, and you know, it warms me up. I be like, gotta keep, can't let the hit too big. But I mean, it's hard, it's heartwarming. I'm not gonna lie.
But when you
It's,
put in the work,
yeah,
it's okay to part of self-care is knowing it's okay to say, you know what, I did that. I'm here. I put in the work. So
yeah,
I paid my dues to say that, hey, I made it and I'm doing it. It's a difference between being big-headed and being humble.
yeah,
And what I see in you is you being humble, because when you put in the work and you do what it takes to get to where you're trying to go, you have to say, you know what, I did a good job and I'm gonna keep doing it. But as long as you stay in that humble place, which I've always known you to be all the time that I've known you, then you'll go farther, and God will start opening even more and more doors that you didn't even think that will open, because some have opened already.
yeah.
So just
That's
long,
true.
so I tell people all the time on this self-care journey, you just gotta be humble. And as long as you're humble, God will continue to trust you with everything. And he said, and he knew he could trust you a little, so he's starting to bless you with
That,
even more and
that's
more.
like, I don't see
So we have
trust
to
with those
we
few
have to
things.
give him, we have to be like, thank you, Lord,
Hey,
because I know it wasn't nobody but you. It wasn't me, because I'm just a servant trying to be used by you. You know what
exactly.
I'm saying?
Every day before my feet hit the ground, I thank the Lord for that day. Before I go to sleep, I thank the Lord, and all through the day, I praise His name. And that's no just word of mouth. I mean, that is what I do, and it's not sometimes, it's consistent every day. You know, I have to give praise to Him, because I know without Him, because I know I'm not deserving of any of this, because I've done.
Because we be all in our
Yeah,
head, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? We
but
think, oh,
I
because we
appreciate.
did this, we don't
Yeah,
deserve that, you know?
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And I was reading to actually I read today, and they were talking about you know, there was murderers, there was adulterers, there were killers, there were tax collectors, there was everything in His 12. But what makes us think that we're not worthy enough to receive His blessings? You know, these are the
Exactly.
people that were with Him. So you know,
Exactly.
we have to stop being so hard on ourselves a lot.
Exactly. So that's true. But yes, your shelf journey, like I'm so proud of you. Can you just tell the people some things that you do that maybe some people may know, some people may not know, like what you do, like as a chef, what kind of events you do, what are you open to do, and things of that
Listen,
nature.
I can cook, as they say, cook. You know, I'm an actual chef. I'm not a caterer. Yeah,
He went to school for it.
yeah.
He
I
got
went to
his
school for. I
paperwork.
have a degree. You know,
Yes,
honors and graduated with honors. The top, not. Let me. You said brag on myself. With the top on the high. You
exactly.
know.
Talk,
So
hey, talk your, as they people say, talk your shit. That's what I'm talking about.
yeah,
Listen, it is what it is.
yeah. So I mean, but I do everything from catering from 10 to 12 people to catering for corporate to 250, 300 people. You know, I've done private dining, I've done birthdays, I've done weddings. So we pretty much cover the board on that. It's not just me, it's my team. We're all the team. I don't want to act like I do it all myself, but my
And
team,
that's a blessing because when you started off with it was just
yeah.
you. And now you are so sought after that you have to have a team. That's a nugget in itself. Like
Yeah.
God will bless you. Like sometimes we be so worried about starting because we thinking about like, oh, we got to know the steps. You just trusted and you went to school and then people start seeking after you and then you start getting help out of nowhere. Like, so you could take on those events of 200 and 300 and 400 people and provide the best customer service. Like, it's so
That's
important. I tell people, I'll pay for customer service, with mediocre, like, even if the food is okay, even though his food is excellent, it's amazing, and it's hard to find excellent food and excellent customer service, but that's what you provide. And I'm not just saying that because you're my friend. I know for a fact that's what you provide. So that's hard to find. And so for you to have people that, can help you and you're able to provide an excellent service
yeah.
and people can rely on you, that's like commendable.
And
So like,
that is a key, that customer service aspect of it. Just to be able to take care of your customer. You know, that's my main purpose. You know, I want to give you great food, in which I try, and I think I do.
you do
So
good.
far, I have not had any complaints through the 4 years I've been in business. So I'm definitely appreciative of that. But even more so, the customer service. There has never been a situation where they said, oh, he came in, he was late, he did this, did
That's
that. It all,
important.
you know, I take pride in that. And when you take pride in your stuff, you know, it shows and it goes a long way.
Yeah, that's so important. So somebody said on here, you're the next big chef. And I received that for him. I know he probably received it, but I received it too. You put it in the air, we gonna manifest it's
That's
gonna
your
happen. It's
Frank right there.
already,
Appreciate
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Appreciate that.
it's already there. But like I said, I can't say enough, as your friend, as somebody, been there from the beginning, from something that turned into from a hobby to a profession. You are absolutely doing your thing. So let's get to, yes, he's the next big thing. Yes, he's an amazing chef. He still ain't telling y'all other events, but I'm gonna come back to that part. But I want to ask you a question because me being the self-care guru and all things self-care and making sure that people take how they know it's so important to take care of yourself before you take on any role, whether you're a father, a husband, whether you're a business owner, whether you're an entrepreneur, whatever those roles is, they don't mean nothing if you don't take care of yourself first. So what do you do on a consistent basis? And the key is consistent, because with self-care, you have to know it's not about a service you pay for. There might be some of it, like getting your nails, feet done, whatever. There might be some of the things. But what do you do to take care of your inside so your outside can stand the test of times?
First and foremost is pray. You know, outside of everything, you know, I'm a prayer, I'm a God-fearing man. So You know, I pray a whole lot. I mean, I pray over 20 times a day, honestly. Um, just
But some people don't realize, they think that's hard to do, but you don't have to get
really,
on your knees to pray.
yeah, yeah,
Like I be riding in the car and I be like, "Oh
exactly,
Lord, help that person going
exactly.
down the street because they flying and they don't know what they doing." People don't realize, like sometimes you probably praying and don't even know that you're praying, especially if you're a God fearing person. So
Uh,
that's easy to
yeah.
do.
First of all, that's it, and then from there, you really have to just take care of your mental state. I know I get overwhelmed at times.
Okay, hold on, stop right there. Can you say that again and say it loud for the men in the bed?
I know, and we take on a lot, and we get overwhelmed
Yes.
at times.
So say it again for the men that's way, way in the back, so they'll know. It's
They,
nothing wrong with that at all.
it's not, but I mean, you just have to balance. You have to sometimes just take a step back. You have to reevaluate stuff. Sometimes you have to take a different approach, because every time you have to realize that your way is not the only way. So
Exactly.
with that being said, you got to have good counsel around you. I would like to think I have great counsel around me.
Exactly.
Uh, I would try and my best to reevaluate situations when it gets overwhelming, just so I can sit down, sit back, and relax and try again. I mean, we all have things that we can do to kind of,
To
yeah,
improve.
to improve, but not just improve, but to take our mind off of it. And you got to find that, as I say, happy
Mhm.
place. You got to find that place, whether it's working out, whether it's traveling, whether it's whatever it is. You need to find that, because without that, you'll get yourself lost in the matrix almost.
Mhm. That's true. That's true. So, you said prayer. That's so important. I encourage, we do understand that it's some people on here that may not believe in God, or,
Yeah,
may not have crossed that journey yet. But I say, whoever your higher power is that you believe, because everybody is accountable to
true.
somebody. So, make that your priority so you'll stay tapped in. As a man, I'm so glad you said that, making sure your mental is good, because I think in society, I know in society growing up as a black female, so I can only imagine as a black male, it's 10 times worse, because I feel like y'all carry the weight of the world
You
on
know,
y'all's
I
shoulder,
say
and nobody gives
all,
y'all the
all the time,
opportunity
we
to be vulnerable. So
we
I even tell women that I do one-on-one peer mentorships with, if a man, if you allow a man to be a safe space and be vulnerable, never bring up what y'all say, because it's hard for men to find a safe space and be vulnerable without people judging them. And
because we're
we,
taught from the
yeah,
beginning to be strong, don't talk about
exactly.
feeling, suck it up,
Hmm.
rub some dirt on it, and press on. And they
Exactly.
get it, because it's what used to work is so much more now that
It's
you need.
so much
Yeah,
more, so
you
much
need
more.
out.
Like our parents taught us what they thought they knew was the best,
Exactly.
but now we know better. So we have to teach the next
Yeah.
generation better, whether your parents or not. We all have a responsibility to teach the next generation. And it's okay to not be okay.
Yeah.
It's okay for people to cry. It's okay to need help. It's actually a strength to say, "Hey, I'm drowning over here. I need you. Can you just help me?" Cause like I'm about to go at any point. It's perfectly fine. That's a part of taking care of yourself first. So for you as a black male to say, I know we were taught, in our black communities, what happens in our house stays in our house. Men not supposed to cry. That's a sign of weakness. But what happens when you just hold all that in and it
You
explodes one
blow up
day?
that, and
Yeah,
that's what happened. You have a mental breakdown, you have physical breakdown, because it's not just mental. You have physical breakdown, because I know there have been times where it's just been too much on me, and I can't sleep, or I'm sleeping way too much. I can't think. I can't focus. I can't do the necessary things I need just in day-to-day life. And you have to have some type of outlet for that.
exactly. Exactly, because and what people don't realize too, I'm glad you said that, is it you internalize it and that stress turns festers into something else, whether it's cancer, whether it's diabetes, whether it's heart disease, like it festers, stress piles up in your body, and that's how
It eats
diseases
your
come
life.
up and stuff.
I mean,
Mhm.
there's really no other way to put it. It eats your life from the
Cut
inside out.
out. Exactly. So it's so important. And I'm so glad that you said that, as a male, because I really want to stress to our male and even to our women, every fight is not a fight. I tell people that all the time. Every fight is not a
And
fight.
it's not
You know what I'm
worth fighting. All
And
fights
it's
are not
worth,
worth
and
fighting.
every fight is not worth fighting. That is so true. So allow people, it's a difference between people taking advantage of the situation and taking advantage of you than, just actually really seeing what's going on. Allow people a space to be vulnerable and don't hold that against them later on. Even if it doesn't work out, people, even if, y'all go y'all separate ways, because sometimes we have in our head what we think is going to happen and the opposite happen, and we get mad when the opposite happens. But what we have to realize is even with God, he gives us grace and mercy, and sometimes we don't choose the way he wants us to choose, but he still give us another chance. So
If
why, if he do,
his hands off of us after every time we messed up, let me tell you, ooh, he would have been took his hands off
listen,
many
I
hundred.
would have been up at this camp. You hear what I'm saying? I would have been gone. You know what I'm saying? I would have been like a long time ago. So it's so important for us to remember that. And it's okay to walk away to protect yourself. Because part of setting boundaries, part of saying no, that's all a part of your self-care and your journey just, through life. So it's so important to do that. It's so important to do that. So I will ask you, I know we did while I'm asking him this question, does anybody have any questions for Chef Infinity while I'm asking these questions? And then I'm going to on this video, I'm going to save it and I'm going to tag like his information where you can follow him. Like if you need
Anything.
an event,
If you need
anything.
breakfast in the morning, call me. No, that's a lie. I ain't gonna,
Okay, cut. Take two. But yeah, so y'all can definitely check him out and check out his school. Like you don't have to be in the Birmingham area. I know I'm in the Atlanta area and he still come through for me. So like any events, I just seen Sean with a smiley face pop up with her sorority sisters and
I do
CEOs.
deltas all the time.
See exactly CEOs of social work. Shout out to them. Her new business venture and stuff that we changing in the world. But so if it was one thing that you could tell male or female that's on this live or that may see this live later on, what would you tell them that has helped you push through just by taking care of yourself? Like when you wanted to give up, when you thought, all your back was against the wall, you thought you couldn't take that little step. What did you do to choose you, or something dealing with self-care that you did that pushed you through?
Well, I don't know if it's self-care. Well, I guess it is. I mean, it's like my favorite quote is, not about who's going to let you, it's who's going to stop you. If you believe,
Mm,
if you have faith in yourself, you have faith in God or whatever higher power you believe in, there's nothing going to stop you. I mean, we're put here to win. And if you're not winning, it's only because you're limiting yourself. So you have to believe in yourself. There's no one way to do things. There's plenty of things out there that you can do. Find your passion, find your purpose, and just push through. I mean, I know times will get hard. I know it'll get frustrated. I know you'll have doubters. I know you have people that stand up against you, but just know that you're put here to win. So there's nothing that can stop you.
that's true. That's so that was really good. That's something I can use too. And then too, something to add to that as well is failure. We look at failure failure because I guess of how we grew up as a bad thing, but failure is not a bad thing. It's the lessons that you needed to get where you were supposed to be going. So if you look at that every time like, oh dang, I failed at that or I missed the mark at that. But you have to look at that situation and say, like, what did I needed to get out of that made me miss the mark that I'm gonna try again. And as long as you continue to try, and you don't stop and you don't give up, you go always win. Like Chris said, you go always win, but you always gotta try. Sometimes you may have to try 100 different times. You look at Oprah Winfrey, you look at Tyler Perry, you look at all the greats, Steve Harvey, all those people, they got thousands of no before they got that one yes that changed their life. And they'll
you don't lose until you quit.
Exactly. That's when you lose. That's when you lose. If you continue to like try to reinvent this situation, do it a different way, I promise you, you can stand on my word that I said this today. I promise you that you will get where you want to go if you just don't give up.
Definitely.
Okay. So last question. I didn't see any more questions came in, but last question, by this being International Women's Month, what woman influenced you in your life or continues to influence you in your life to make you be the great man, the great chef, the great entrepreneur, the great father, the great Chris?
I got too many women in my life. Like, I can't.
It don't have to just be one.
So I'm just gonna say there's a lot of women that put into me. So I can't just say one, but I'm going to say the safe answer. My mother, she brought me up. They were divorced, so she pretty much raised me. So mom's taught me all the necessary things that I need to know to be the person I am. To be caring, be prayerful, be the best man you can. You ain't got to get it right all the time, but long as you try. And that's something she used to tell me. So I will go with that. There's yeah.
Well, let me ask you. What you was about to say?
No, that's it.
Okay. So, is it any woman that's in the culinary arts, or a person? Period. It doesn't have to be a woman. It can be anybody that you've seen that you look up to that helps you keep recreating and reinventing yourself, because you're always doing this, that, and the other. You're trying different new things.
You know what? There is one person that makes me strive to be better, because I see the work they're putting in on their front, and they're not in the culinary art, but her, Danielle Hines.
Oh yes, I love Danielle.
And every time I see that woman, she is put in the work. She's doing this. I'm like, okay, I gotta go back to the drawing board. I gotta work a little hard.
She make you step your game up, down here.
I gotta step my game up. But
every time I see her, every time I see like she's in a new, so we're talking about a person that she's still in the military, but we're both retired now. She's in the military, she's an attorney. She from DC area, but she bought up a block in Birmingham, and she's helping the Black community. And she does a lot of events in the different things. So she posted something, and I said, "I'm so proud of you." Da da da. She called me, and she was like, "That means so much." And I was like, "Girl, you is black magic. You make me step my game up every time. Like, even when I think, I'd be like, okay, Jazz, that's a good idea. Even though I got 100 things that I'm working on now, and I can't wait until y'all experiencing them, because it's gonna knock everybody off their socks." But Danielle even take me up to the hot. I be like,
yeah, she like lightning every time she come around.
She like, shit.
Get back on it.
I'm a strike in to let you know I'm still around.
Exactly.
To check your temperature to make sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
But I mean, and just to give her some shout out, I 363, they are a blessing.
Birmingham,
Correct.
Alabama, Quincy
Birmingham,
Street. That's
Alabama.
the block I was talking
Yeah,
about.
she is a blessing to Infinite East. I will never, you know, and there's a lot of people. I don't want to say just her, but we have
I
had
get you.
conversations. But yeah, definitely.
Definitely. Well, that is amazing. I'm so glad, Chef Infinity, that you decided to come and hang with your girl, Dr. Jazz,
And
today.
uh,
It's a blessing because I'm just blessed to be among kings and queens that's just really doing anything. I don't never take it for granted. Y'all always giving me my flowers, but I personally tonight want to give you your flowers. Thank you for being an amazing friend. Thank you for being my best friend. Thank you for being an amazing mentor in the military. And thank you for being that chef that's just knocking people off their feet these days. Like, you are a blessing and you are much appreciated. And I don't ever want you to think that goes unnoticed.
I appreciate you for even inviting me onto this platform just to speak my words. We got love always and forever. You know, you my partner. So
Always, I got
truly
your back, like Kaya Pratt, forever. So tell the people. So his business is Infinity
Infinity.
underscore
There we go. There we go.
Infinity Eats. So it's Infinity underscore Eats, right?
Yeah, it's infinite.
Oh,
INFINT underscore EATS. You can follow me also at Chef underscore Infinity. We're on Facebook.
I'm gonna tag all of it. I'm gonna tag all of it, and it has
Just
his
look for
contact.
Infinity. You'll find us.
You'll find them. You'll find it.
We
And
are.
thank you guys for joining today with me, Dr. Jazz. We will have another testimony Tuesday talk. They're the last Tuesday of the month at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I usually go live on my page, but you can follow my business page at JKS Legacy LLC. That's JKS Legacy LLC. And you can also go visit my website, which is Jasma Smith. That's all one word, JASMASMITH.com, where you can book a free 15-minute one-on-one peer consultation. I do business consultation because I have a nonprofit and my own LLC to help you like start up your business and things of that nature, or just your self-care needs. To just talk about your journey, where you want to go, where you want to be, and see how I can help you in it. So we love you guys. Y'all have an amazing night. Thank you so much again, Chef Infinity, and we will collaborate soon. Because I got an idea that I need to run past you.
Sound like a plan.
See, you said Danielle, and it was like, oh, you gotta tell them about that idea. Well, y'all have a great night. Thank you so much for joining in, everyone, and y'all be blessed. Till next time, Dr. J signing off. Peace.